get my little note cards here. So Thursday night's game is Dolphins versus Bengals. We got Dolphins right now are underdogs against the Bengals. Oh, so all three of us were thinking money line, taking the Dolphins. Tua sounds like he's gonna play, so we're all liking with him in there. We're liking them to win. They've just been so dominant, and to beat a team like the Bills last week, we think they're definitely gonna do well against the Bengals. Bengals are still, I think, trying to build back a little bit from last year's team. And I think some injuries and stuff have gotten them where they're not quite as good, not quite as in routine as what they were last year. Vikings versus Saints game. All three of us, again, we're on the 2.5 line for Vikings. And we just don't think that Saints have anything. Vikings are actually a decent team. You know, they had a tough loss against Eagles, but, you know, they handled the Lions. They got it done against the Lions. And I can't remember the other win they had. So that's where we're at with them. And then Seahawks at the Lions. Austin and Caleb were on the -4. I said if I was taking anything, I was taking the over at 48. I really don't like betting on the lines at all, so I probably personally won't actually take anything. Caleb said he likes the over at 48, and Austin said he liked the under. So since it's just me now, we don't have the video, I'll have probably, while you're listening to this, stuff popped up so that way you can see if you're watching on YouTube. Next set of games, I don't remember exactly what order, but we'll go Jags and Eagles. All three of us looked like we were on Eagles at the 6.5. And then Caleb and Austin were both on the over at 46.5. We all stayed away from the Bills-Ravens game. We think it's going to be a good game, fun game to watch, but we just stayed away from it. Didn't really have a preference either way, and we can make arguments for both. So, Commanders versus Cowboys. Right now, Cowboys are 3-point favorites. Austin took money line. I took the -3 on the Cowboys. Caleb took the over at 41.5, and I like the over at 41.5. The Chargers versus Texans. Chargers at -5.5 for all three of us. Austin, Devin, Caleb. And all three of us like the over for this game as well, over 44. Browns -1.5 over the Falcons. Again, all three of us were on there. Weren't taking the over or under 49. You know, we discussed and we were kind of like, might be an under, but that's what, you know, that's kind of where we were going with that. Titans, Colts. Austin was on the money line of Titans. I think that's where I was kind of at too. And then Caleb, he was staying away from this game. So Austin and I have money lines on that one. Patriots versus, or actually, no, we'll wait on that one. That one's still. We got Bears versus Giants. Austin and I both took the -3. Caleb said nothing on this game. He didn't like the over-under. Just, we don't know with the Bears. Justin Fields just haven't been that great. Montgomery's out. Giants, Daniel Jones has been playing, you know, all right, even though they couldn't get it done against Dallas. So we still were liking those Giants to cover the -3. Caleb was staying away. Jets, Steelers, all three of us were on the money line of the Jets. I was a little bit more leaning towards taking something with the Steelers, but with them being 3.5-point favorites, I just couldn't. I don't think they're gonna win by that much. I think it's gonna be within a field goal, so I'd either have to buy the half point, right, and take my odds up against me. Caleb also liked the over at 41.5. Cardinals versus Panthers. All three of us were liking Cardinals to cover the money line, and then Caleb liked the over at 43. Moving on to Patriots versus Packers. Austin liked the -9.5 for the Packers since Mac Jones is going to be out for Patriots. Caleb liked the over because he thinks Packers going to put up 30 points by themselves. That was, if I remember right, at over 40.5. And then I was staying away from this game. Just I normally would want to take probably the over. 9.5 is a lot to cover. I think Packers could do it just because of the struggles that Patriots might have. But it's just hard with Belichick and the way they coach, which, I just don't trust that it's going to for sure happen. So I'm just staying away from this one. Broncos versus Raiders. All three of us took the -2.5 on the Raiders. Austin and Caleb both like the under at 45.5. And then Chiefs versus Buccaneers for the Sunday night game. We think Bucs are still struggling, even though they get Mike Evans back. They still have quite a few injuries or questionable players for wide receivers. So we're taking the -1 for Chiefs, even though it's at Buccaneers. Then Austin and Caleb did like the over 45. And then going on to Rams versus 49ers. We're surprised that 49ers are favored in this game. So all three of us went money line for the Rams to get the win. Bets for this week. Well, let me go into last week's bets that what hit, what didn't, all that good stuff. So let's see here. Caleb's bet was Eagles money line, which hit. Chiefs money line didn't hit. Ravens money line hit. And Chargers money line, which didn't hit. So he didn't end up losing, so he's -15. So this week's bet for him is Dolphins money line and Rams money line plus 436. So $5 wins him $21.80. And then Austin's last week was Detroit money or Detroit +6, Chiefs -5.5, Ravens -2.5, $5 to win them 35. And Chiefs did not win, so that did not hit. So he's -15. This week's bet is Vikings -2.5, Chargers -2.5, Cardinals money line, Browns -1.5, Rams money line, 2,000 plus 2,810. So $5 wins them 145.54. So 146, we'll just say. And then my bet last week was Eagles plus or -3, Vikings -3, and Bills -3. Bills did not cover, so I'm -15 as well. My bet this week is Browns money line, Cardinals money line, Titans money line, $5 plus 798. So that means I win $45. So hopefully that hits. Titans have me a little scared on this one. Titans Colts game. That'll be the one I'll probably be most heavily invested in. So hopefully it hits. So that way I'll be plus money. Kind of all of us. Caleb is the least. If all three of us hit, Caleb would be last. But hopefully it will all at least be plus money on starting this year, because it hasn't been going that great. So, and sorry again that this is short and sweet, not a long one like we normally do. Oh, and Caleb was even in studio, so you would have got to see him right on camera talking, but I didn't record it. So hopefully you enjoy, and peace out till next time. Roll Tide.